Hello, guys. Good morning. Woke up. Good morning. Can't even speak this morning. I closed last night, so forgive me. And I opened this morning. So instead of being at work at 9:30 or 9, I'm at work at 8:30 in the morning. So yeah, that's the craziness. I only have a few hours of sleep, and I have to do a full day. Mm. I can go to work either having a crappy attitude or a good attitude. The struggle. But I'm gonna go to work caffeinated and thinking how grateful I am to have a job and try to do the best I can and try to be positive as much as I can. Um, Sometimes things in life don't go your way sometimes, and sometimes they don't go your way for a reason. I have learned recently that just because one door closes that you think is going to be the one door for you, another door opens and it's a better door. And, I thought I was going to go back into business for myself. And, I thought I was going to be sitting behind the computer, all day and um, making money that way. But I'm working where I'm working at and I have to work with my hands. And in the end, it actually feels good. Even though I'm tired, it feels good to be making my own money again and just doing it my way. Um, so I just want to say good morning and hello. And it's going to be a quickie stream because I just don't got time to do a full stream this morning. It's been crazy. Um, a lot of personal things have been going on. I'll probably explain some other time. Until the dust settles, until I can get my head wrapped around it. Things at work are going okay. Things at my home are going okay. My son found a job again. He got fired from his last job because of his seizure, because he had to be rushed to the emergency room because he had a seizure while at work, and he got transferred all over to different, like 35 miles away from where we live at. Um, because there was no hospitals open in the ER for him to go to. And then, was dealing with all that, plus my own personal things, plus, you know, I've got other things going on. It's just so crazy. And then I was watching my YouTube live feed on freely bad mouthing Ravana, and I'm saying that she's a fake vegan, and I'm just like, really, girls got plastic boobies. All right, she's got Lubriderm in her lips. She got lip injections. Why? Why do vegans have to bash each other? Why do my fellow vegans have to bash each other? I don't flipping get it. I mean, we're supposed to be promoting a vegan lifestyle and for other people to be bashing other vegans. Vegans bashing other vegans. Are we having a civil war in the vegan community or something? Oh my gosh. It's like, are you not getting enough B12? If you need B12, go eat some tempeh, please. Clear that brain of yours. Go eat some fucking tempeh. Anyway, sorry, a little bit of random rant on that, but it's like if you're gonna be a vegan, okay, if you guys don't know, I'm vegan. I don't see me going around bashing another vegan just because I don't agree with something that they're doing. Except for this case, I have to call out this person freely because she's got plastic titties, she's got her boobies done, and those are made with animal products, and she has not had them removed. And she's got the money to do so, and she lives in a country where it's cheap to get that redone. And she's got Lubriderm in her lips, you know, and but yet she's calling out other vegans for not being vegan for something that they're accidentally having on their plate. Um, I mean, come on, you know, get with the program. How can you call the kettle black when you're the kettle? You know what I mean? I mean, there's other vegans out there that are not like that. If you guys are not vegan, just want to let you guys know, not all vegans are crazy militant vegans. They're not crazy calling other vegans out, trying to cause division type vegans. I mean, we don't, real vegans don't do that crap. Real vegans just quietly live their lives and learn their lessons and eat their products where they want to. And if somebody wants to try something that's vegan, we don't go, oh, well, you're eating animals and you're wrong. We go, this is what we like to eat. You're welcome to have some. When I first became vegan, I was a militant vegan, and I realized the error of my ways because shoving my ideals down somebody else's throat, no matter if it's veganism, Christianity, whatever it is not right because it drives them to go the opposite way. And you want people to go, your way, so you have to be a positive example. Whether it is at work, whether it is in veganism, whether it is in life, whether it is in relationships, whether it is in your family, whatever it is, you have to be a positive example and you have to lead by example. And you have to show what a true leader really is and what a true leader really does. And being a vegan, if you have so many subscribers, you know what I mean? You have a big voice, technically, you know. And if you're calling out other vegans and you're being disrespectful, you're showing non-vegans that vegans are just crazy, stupid, moronic people who don't know crap, and it makes veganism look stupid and unattainable. It makes a bad excuse and bad example for veganism when people do that crap. I'm glad I got that off my chest. I feel a little bit better. But when people ask me, yeah, I noticed you don't eat this. I'm like, yeah, I don't eat it. I don't eat animals or other animal products. And they're like, so you're vegetarian? I'm like, no, I'm vegan. It's like, oh, okay. So I'll get something that's vegan and I'll share it with them. I was like, hey, you want to try some? And before it used to be like, you're killing the animals. Now it's like, you want to try some? You know? And they actually go, whoa, that's good. For example, at my job, I brought in a soy venti hot chocolate with an ad shot with no whipped cream, and I had my coworkers try a little bit. Like, oh my God, that's good, you know. Like, and it's vegan, And they're like, whoa, really? That's vegan? And then Starbucks also sells these gummy stars, moon shapes that they sell over, and they're actually vegan. They're not made with gelatin; they're made with pectin, and they're vegan, and they're the most delicious gummies my coworkers has ever eaten. And now, like, they rate them and like, hey, Alicia, I got the gummies, you know. So I'm like laughing because now they're like eating a little bit more, less animal products. You know, it's a little bit more of a win for me that way than it is for me to shove veganism down people's throats and shoving my ideals down somebody else's throats. It's just not cool. But it's just saying, hey, look at this, try this, and then one of my coworkers yesterday said, Alicia, I noticed you made a sandwich, with our salad bar. I'm like, yeah, I did. And I said, and these two salad dressings plus the one on the bar is vegan. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's vegan. I made a sandwich with all that. And they're like, oh, cool, show me. So I made them a sandwich with it. Oh my God, that's good. So just showing like positive of veganism. And I wish people who have big subscribers like Freely would be that kind of positive example and not like calling another vegan out. You know what I mean? Who cares if a fellow vegan accidentally had, fish on their plate? It might not even been their plate to begin with. It might have been someone else's plate. And they're like, oh my God, they got fish on my plate. Doesn't mean she ate it. Taking something out of context turns it to a pretext. It's like jumping into the middle of a conversation without really knowing what's really going on. Sounds very stupid and of the pretense. Man, I'm still going on about it. I thought I was done. But anyways, um, but yeah, I want to give a shout out to my coworkers, especially Kevin. Kevin subscribed to my channel. Thanks for being my friend on the job. He's just like, even though our age differences are, you're old enough to be my son and all, but I just want to say thanks for being my friend and thanks for being cool with me and just hanging out with me. And the times when I'm not at work and you're on break, I'll sit with you, and or you're not at work and I'm on break, you'll come and sit with me on my break. So I appreciate that. It's really cool. I want to get a shout out to my best friend Josh on the job, my coworker Josh, but he's my best friend too, and his amazing girlfriend Jessica. I just want to give a shout out to them. Say good morning. Yeah, I love you. Okay, just get over it. Okay. I love all my coworkers technically, but they all drive me crazy in their own specific ways. Um, but Kevin and I actually have a really close bond. We're really good friends. And I appreciate how wise he is for his age. And when I talk to him, I it, like brightens up my day, even though he's old enough to be my son. Um, Speaking about work, I've been training 5 new people. Yes, five. Yeah, 3 girls, 2 dudes. Yeah. So I've got 3 new daughters and 2 new sons in the salad bar with me, and they're all old enough to be my kids. I feel really old. So, in a good way. Um, in a couple days, it's gonna be the 3-year anniversary of my daughter's passing. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna do that day, to be honest, because her passing 3-year anniversary is the 27th of this month. So I'm really not too sure how I'm gonna be able to handle the 27th. Um, I already got the 14th off because that's my late husband's passing, but I forgot to request the 27th off, and I'm already starting to feel sad already, to be honest. To be very honest, I'm feeling very sad because I miss my daughter. She died at the age of 26. I mean, 23. She would be 26 now. So, but working with these kids has been somewhat therapeutic in a way, um, on the job. Um, just trying to like heal and try to grow as a person, you know, and just trying and wake up because I'm working 6 days a week. I'm really tired a lot. I'm all right. Hey, Sean, I'm all right. Um, but I've been working 6 days a week, so I've been kind of tired a lot. Um, let me see what else. Been trying to get myself into a routine of doing stuff. Trying to get used to the schedule changes because they're always changing. Always. I'm supposed to be at work an hour later than normal, but today I'm going to be at work at 8:30 in the morning. So it's like, plus I gotta leave because of the traffic, because traffic here could be badass crazy. So everything's been okay otherwise. I was just talking about Freely the Banana Girl there, Sean. So if you want to review my stream after the fact, you can listen to what I had to say about Freely the Banana Girl. I don't really agree with what she's been saying lately, what she's been doing lately, per se. Her methods and all that. She doesn't promote veganism to be a positive thing. She promotes veganism to be drama. And then people don't want drama, so people won't want veganism. That's my basic point and simple. But so back to all the other changes and stuff. I've just been going through a lot of other personal things. Um, I've been going through some things with my boyfriend. You know, he got mad apparently because I snore when I sleep, and I work 6 days a week, and I'm always making the effort to go see him. And um, I work 6 days. I work 6 days. He doesn't work at all. Okay, you heard me. He doesn't work at all. Period. Yet I'm the one working 6 days a week, and I go to him. Mind you, I have a household here to take care of on top. I have myself to take care of. I have my son to take care of. I have a family, my mother, my father to take care of here. I have a lot of responsibilities and things on my plate. and yet I'm over there, taking care of him. So he gets mad at me because it's a Tuesday night and we're hanging out, and then I close on Tuesdays and then I open on Wednesdays, which is like today, like this morning. And I'm tired as hell, mind you. Okay. Um, and I don't got really that time to really, um, how do I explain? To really be affectionate and all that other stuff. Hello, Cole, Carrie, hello. Just about to get ready for work. That's what I'm doing. Anyways, to make a long story short, so he gets mad because I'm snoring. And yes, when I get really tired, I freaking snore. I'm so freaking sorry. But as I'm sleeping, I'm like up against the wall in his bed and he's taking off the freaking covers off. He keeps readjusting me after I'm nice and warm and comfortable and happy and in a deep sleep and getting some decent rest, and he's uncovering me, thus waking me up. Oh, thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate that. Um, so so basically, he's awake because he doesn't sleep. He's awake at his computer. Mind you, he doesn't work. He's playing games. He's watching YouTube. You have no idea. Okay. Anyway, so I'm asleep and he's at the computer, and then he kind of rolls in bed around 6 o'clock in the morning, and I get up at 7, and he tells me, I don't appreciate you, grumping at me. Well, he kept pushing me up against the wall. Literally, I was up against the wall. I had no other place to move. He was crowding me up against the wall on top of uncovering me. Then 1 hour before I had to get up in the morning, he's taking off my covers off of me and making me cold and waking me up because the air is getting underneath me every time he adjusts me too. And then he gets mad at me for the fact that I grumped at him. Yeah, I did. I grumped at him. You would grump at somebody too if they uncovered you and you were in a good sleep and you're working 6 days a week. You're tired. You're exhausted. You do a lot of physical labor at this job, and you're the one working and you're making all the effort to go see this individual. So he gets pissed off and says, I don't like the fact that you grumped at me. So for a couple of days, I keep my space because in my head, I'm like, I've got to go to work. I got to stay sane. I got to be positive at work. I got to be able to drive. I got to be able to do this. I got to be able to do that. I have to focus, basically. Well, he basically messages me and says, "How you doing?" And I said, basically, every time I tell him how I feel about something, or if I talk about work, I'm complaining to him, apparently. I am complaining every time I talk about my life. And if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're sharing your life with that person, good and bad, and in between, you know? So every time, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in my life that I don't completely share with you guys. And it's kind of nice that I only share that with the person you're in a relationship with. Well, apparently that's wrong too. And it's like, I don't know. So I told him that I didn't appreciate the fact that, here I am working 6 days a week. I'm tired as hell. I'm working my lady balls off, so to speak. And he gets mad at me for grumping at him. And I tried to apologize to him for grumping at him, but he didn't want to hear me out. So, anyways, so he basically starts telling me off in Hangouts chat. And the history is gone because we don't have the history saved. So he starts telling me off of how I deserve a better job and how I should be working 6 days a week and how I have a sleeping apnea problem with my snoring and how I kept him awake all night. But yet he doesn't work, yet he sleeps during the day. Anyways, mind you, I'm keeping him awake at night when he doesn't sleep at night. He sleeps during the day. So what's there to complain about? He sleeps during the day and stays awake all night. but yet I have to be asleep at night, yet I'm snoring at night. So he's complaining about that. And then he's like, well, you haven't spoke to me in a couple days. What's up? And I just told him I didn't appreciate the fact that he doesn't recognize I'm working 6 days a week. I'm tired a lot, you know, and here I am, trying to get my life in order. And, you know, and then I leave it at that. And every time I tell him how I feel, he goes off on me. And he's very intelligent. I'll give him that. He's very intelligent, but the way that he goes about it goes into um, he turns everything you say back at him I forgot the term, but he uses it and turns it right back at you. And it really sucks a lot of the time because it's it would seem very valid the way that he does it, but it's the context and the reasoning he goes about. He'll talk about stuff that happened a long time ago. He brings it back up in your face. Kind of like how a woman does. Whenever you broke a vase 10 years ago, well, in the middle of an argument, you'll be talking about your kids not tying their shoes. And they tripped, and they had to go to the ER because they fell on their face. Then all of a sudden, she brings up the vase 10 years ago. It's out of context type stuff, right? He does that same crap too. And it drives me fucking batshit crazy. And things that I thought that we were done and squashed and resolved. But no, he brings that shit back the fuck up. So, yeah. And then he gets mad that I wasn't talking to him for a while. He's like, well, then all of a sudden, I need a break. I'm not talking to him during this time period. All of a sudden, he's going off this big, huge, long-ass Hangouts text. I mean, it's long. It's so long. I didn't even respond to it because it was so overwhelming. I have so much stuff going on in my life. I just all this other old crap in my life. So I just kept my distance from him for a few days. And, then all of a sudden, he says, oh, well, I need a break. You need a break from what? Exactly. So I give him a break, right? So I don't call him, I don't respond, I don't go to his house, I don't do anything like that. And then all of a sudden he's he calls me up on the phone and leaves me a message saying, I don't feel like we're in a relationship anymore, because you don't call. And if we're not in a relationship anymore, give me back the key to my room and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, I'm at the point where I don't feel like I could even share my life. I can share my life with you guys, but I can't share my life with the one I'm supposed to be in a face-to-face relationship with. It doesn't seem to make sense. I'm supposed to be sharing my life with this man. More than you guys, no offense. As much as I love the support that I get from you guys, but I would really love the support from this guy even more. He doesn't even show up to my work. And he lives closer to my work than I do. Not even to get me a flower or a weed from his garden or something. Not even to say, hey, how are you doing? I was just thinking about you. Nothing. Didn't do shit for me for Valentine's Day. And here I am. I just got my coworkers just freshly passed away. 3 of my coworkers just freshly passed away. The day after Valentine's Day, my son gets assaulted. Right? And then the police are involved. And here I am. I'm going through that. And I'm not getting any support. I'm going through so much emotional shit, going through funerals, I'm going through memorials, I'm going to all these events regarding to honor the people that I lost. On top of, it's Valentine's Day, which a very important day of the year for me, more than you guys know. It's not just a day of love for me. It's the day I went vegan. It's the day that I got married to my late husband. It's also the day that something really bad fucking happened to me on Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? And that's something I'll discuss a different time when I feel ready. A lot of fucked up shit has happened to me on Valentine's Day, and I had to go back in and change all that negativity into a positive. That's why I got married on Valentine's Day, and then my husband died, and then so I turned, so I went vegan on Valentine's Day so I wouldn't always be crying on Valentine's Day over the death of my late husband, because that was my wedding anniversary, you know? And he wasn't even there for me for that. So, I mean, and then this bullshit, recently. And all I want is just his support, even if he doesn't agree with it. You know? When you're in a relationship, you're supposed to be sharing your life with somebody. Your life with each other. The good and the bad and in between. And just like, wow, really? So he gets mad because he says he wants a break, so I give him a break. Basically, he gets mad because I'm actually honoring that break. I'm giving him the space that he requires. I'm giving him the respect by not being back up in his face. Because if it was the old me, I would be at his house, knocking on his door and screaming at his face. But instead, no, I'm giving him that respect and giving him that space that he had asked. He had asked for a break, so I'm giving him that break. And now he's mad because I honored that break. I honored that time, that space away. I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. I'm not sure what the fuck anymore. That's how I feel. So it's just like, and then here I am. I'm going through a lot of shit. My son got fired from his job, his last job, because he had to be rushed to the ER because he had a seizure while on the job. My son got fired for that, and that's wrong. So yeah, there's gonna be a lawsuit, FYI. So I'm dealing with that on top of it. Plus, my son found another job. Hallelujah. Um, so I mean, I got so many pluses and highs and lows and highs and lows I'm dealing with, and I'm trying to hold on and to remain sane in all this. And I wanted to share this with him, but every time I share any of this type of information with this man I'm in a relationship with, he deems it as me complaining. So imagine me just talking about an issue I have or something I'm going through, or if I talk about what I'm going through with my family, he says, "Oh, you're complaining. I don't want to hear it," basically. And it's just like, really? I'm in a relationship with you. I'm supposed to share the good and the bad with you. In between, I'm supposed to share everything with you. Our life. It just doesn't seem fair, you know? He always deems everything I'm saying as complaining of some sort or the other, and all I want to do is just be with this person. But, and then he asked for a break because I'm basically, he's going off on that tangent, and I don't even respond. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of that tangent he's going on, he wants a break. So I give him again that break. And and now he's like, I don't think we're in a relationship anymore because we're not talking. And if you're not in a relationship, then give me back the key to my room. And honestly, I never really used that key to his room anyway. I didn't really need to. So, anyway, so I feel like I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. I do feel better by airing it. I do feel better about it. And then, I feel better. But at the same time, it's just like, oh my heavens, this crap. You know what I mean? I'm just like getting my life together, and I'm working on my life, getting it together, and it feels good. But at the same time, this crap is just so much garbage on top of me in trying to get back into a positive space, a positive mental and emotional place. And I have to keep pulling myself. I have to keep pushing myself. I have to be going, okay, you're going through this crap for a reason. You know, how are you gonna stay positive during this storm? So that's what I have to keep fighting with. Because the old me wants to go back and fight in a bad way. The old me wants to go back and start doing some hustling and start doing some manipulating and crap like that. But the new me is like, no, just focus on living your life. Focus on doing you. Focus on the things you want to fix in your life and make it happen. So yeah, I stopped going to his house. He wanted his space, so I gave him his space. During this time period, I got a chance to, um, work on some things so I can get my teeth fixed in the process. I'm getting 3 paychecks. I'm getting my taxes done. Getting my car fixed. I'm getting other things done during this time period. I'm fixing myself. I'm doing me. And I'm not focusing on him. And like he said he wanted his space basically. He wanted a break, so I gave him that. So I took this time to work on myself. And if that is so selfish of me, then I am very selfish then. Because I had ruined my teeth from being so sick from battling cancer, from throwing up. So imagine being so sick from having cancer, being so nauseated and sick you can't even eat. However, you're throwing up your own stomach acid. And then you're ruining all your teeth in the process, making them brittle. So now, because of all this time space, I've been working on getting dental insurance and taking care of my teeth so I could smile real nice and big for you guys and for myself, really, because there's many times in my life I'm very happy. You know, I'm a very, very happy person. And I want to smile, and but sometimes I just cover up because of my teeth because I was so sick from battling the cancer, and the acid ruined my damn teeth. So that is kind of where I'm at. Plus I'm working on getting health insurance for myself because since I battled cancer, it can come back, everybody. Just because I'm vegan and my cancer assimilated back into my body doesn't mean it's not going to come back. It could definitely migrate through the body and go somewhere else. I could very easily get cancer again, and all this stress just makes it like can make it come back. And so I'm doing everything I can to de-stress. And by sharing my life with this person was me de-stressing, but I guess he can't handle the fact that I'm sharing my life with this person and I'm being vulnerable for this person, which is hard for me to be vulnerable just for anybody. It is so difficult for me to let down my guard, everybody. I've had to learn to protect myself. I've had to learn how to protect myself because no one else would. And I had to learn to be guarded. So it makes me very difficult to become vulnerable. So for me to become vulnerable for him and to let down my guard and let him in was hard for me. And then when I was letting him in, apparently I'm complaining, basically. So I have a lot to think about. I do love this man very much. He drives me crazy. I do love him. But in the end, I will say I will love myself more in the end. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. I gotta go to work.